Thank you very much, Leonie, for the introduction. As already said, my name is Jennifer Riedl. I'm leading the cloud governance team at Deutsche Börse Group, and my main target is to ensure that we are in a compliant and secure manner within the cloud. And today I'm on stage with Julia.
Yeah, warm welcome from my side as well. I'm Julia. I work as well for Deutsche Börse Group within a business division called Post-Trade, and there I'm on the IT side. I'm spearheading a team of cloud and enterprise architects and fostering the cloud journey along with the cloud governance under Jennifer's steering. So today we would really like to guide you through what cloud journey means for Deutsche Börse, how we can ensure in a regulatory environment to be safely operating and innovative. Let's jump to the next slide. So, Deutsche Börse, we are at the heart of the financial industry. Deutsche Börse sounds very German, but in a couple of minutes you will see we are really a global technology operator. We have a very unique business model. Stock exchange is the main part of it, but we have a vast ecosystem around it as well, offering financial service industry services along the whole value chain, from starting a trade until settling of a trade and everything beyond. At the heart, innovation and technology. We play a key role in Europe and the European markets as we are connecting European markets at the capital market level and, of course, have economic influence. So, I mentioned it already. Deutsche Börse is not really German-focused or Frankfurt-centristic. It is a group worldwide operating with 15,500 employees worldwide in 64 locations. We just newly opened an office in India, Hyderabad, for IT mainly services, but strong in EMEA as well. We are strong in North America, Asia, even in Australia we have presence there. So as you can see, we're really around the globe. With this model, we can also do the follow the sun principle, so we can operate our customers around the globe at any time, in any language. Our main hub and heart is for sure in Europe. And what does it mean in terms of business lines, product lines? And as I already mentioned, the heart is Deutsche Börse, but we have a whole ecosystem. And this ecosystem spans around a lot of acquisitions that we did in the past years. As I mentioned in my introduction, I'm in this area, so in the post-trading area. And here you see D7, crypto finance. D7 I will allude to in a bit as well. It is really the whole pre- and post-trading activities of a security. Then we have the trading and clearing with our main Eurex and the Xetra, the stock exchange, what you can see in the news before 8. This is the heart of this area here with our 360T and 360X acquisitions. Then we have a fund service where we are collaborating, working with funds DLT, so tokenized distributed ledger technology. And on the other side, security services. We as well go the tokenized way together with HQLA and secure real-time transfer of assets. And what does it really mean? Working on the IT side, as Jennifer and myself are, Jennifer will allude to.
Thank you. So we have now heard Deutsche Börse consists of so many different areas. We do have stock exchanges, we have assets that we are managing, and of course you know us hopefully quite well from the news. And all of this is only possible because of the IT in the background. And we are quite a huge IT company as well. That's why we're also here at the ITCS today. And just to give you a couple of facts and figures around it, our main trading system we call internally T7. And you can see we are quite proud of 15 microseconds latency. So latency is really a key component of our IT strategy. It's super difficult to achieve this kind of latency. We measure cables, we make sure that the data centers are very well stacked. So this is really something that we are really looking into. We also process a lot of stocks. So you can see here the peak transaction numbers, over 201,000 transactions in the peak within 1 second. So you see we are really a big market provider here. We are two of around 2,500 employees in the IT area. And as Julia already said, all around the world, most of us are based in Eschborn, which is quite close here to Frankfurt. And as you have now learned a little bit about Deutsche Börse, who we are, what are we doing, what is the IT area, we also want to know a little bit about you. So if you could scan the QR code or go to menti.com and enter the code, that would be great. We have 2 questions prepared for you. Great, I already see the phones coming out. Perfect. So, and our first question is, what is your opinion? What is the technology that will disrupt us quite a lot? What will influence Deutsche Börse's information technology sector? Okay, great. No one thinks nothing will change. This is already quite good. We're here at an IT fair. So most of us are AI.
A lot of likes. Okay, AI seems to be, maybe blockchain is keeping up, but okay.
Yeah, great. I think we also see quite a lot of hype and buzz around AI. It's everywhere, AI fairs, AI events, everyone announcing something around AI, ChatGPT everywhere. So no surprise here, I think.
Yeah, good.
Good, very good. Thank you so much for the answers. Blockchain
is moving up. Cloud still. Okay, but I think that's a really representative opinion you're having here.
Thank you. Then we can move to the next one. And here we would like to hear of you. Of course we hear it because you are the potential new employees of Deutsche Börse Group. So we would like to know, what do we have to do to make you invested in Deutsche Börse Group? What do we have to do so that you are applying? What is really important for you? So if you could answer to the second question, so what are the factors that would make you apply to Deutsche Börse Group, that would be great.
Oh, nice colleagues. No, yes.
Great. Innovative IT technologies, that's really good to hear. Just the bottom part, nothing else needed, I already applied. It's a little bit too less for us, actually.
Yeah, okay. Technology, salary, and colleagues seem to be the top 3.
International work environment, moving up, great.
Oh.
Good, thank you very much for answering. And I think I can speak for both of us if we can say we can offer all of it. So innovative IT technologies for sure. International work environment,
for
definitely.
Sure.
Nice colleagues, good collaboration.
I hope.
Well.
I hope we are nice.
Good, thank you very much. Then we can jump back to the slides, because we want to now talk a bit about the innovative IT technology that we do have in place. And for that, I would like to start with the partnership program that we have signed in the end of 2022 with Google. So we do call it internally Hyperion. That's why you see here on the right-hand side the title Hyperion quite prominently. And what we have done is to sign a 10-year partnership collaboration contract with Google as the hyperscaler in order to foster innovation and to make sure that we are that we can use the best-in-class cloud technology from Google. And we have set up a program around it, focusing on 4 layers. So the most important one, of course, is to pick up on the cloud adoption. So we wanted to bring the workload we did have in the data centers into the cloud. So the target of 70% of our workload in the cloud to really be scalable, to leverage the increased performance, latency already mentioned, and so on. Data and analytics, really big focus of us. We have built a data marketplace, so to make sure that the data we are producing, all of those transactions that are running on the marketplaces are used, so that we can also provide it to other customers, to different market participants, and for that we have built a data marketplace, so also jointly with Google here. Third part, and we have also seen it in the small survey that we have done, crypto, tokenization, DLT, really important. And for that we have invested into cryptocurrencies and how to make sure that we are also there, a marketplace provider. And fourth, I will not really go into it because Julia has a topic on it later. Of course, we are in the forefront of digitization. So having the physical stocks and the physical assets in your bank account does not really mean that there is something physical behind it anymore. We're working towards digitization and to digitize it from throughout the entire chain. As I said in the beginning, I am from the governance team, so I also want to spend a couple of minutes on governance, because in a regulated industry, as we are in, it's not that easy. You cannot go to Google and say, hey, I want to innovate with you, and then you just go ahead and implement everything in the cloud. You also need to govern it. You have to make sure that everything is secure, that you adhere to the regulatory requirements, and that's why we have established also the cross streams. So we do have a security cross stream, a governance cross stream, and a culture and enablement stream. I have been responsible for the cloud governance stream in the last years that we have established the Hyperion program, and we have made quite huge progress in enabling regulatory compliance by default within the cloud. And to give you a bit of feeling, what does it even mean? Because governance is quite a broad field, and maybe some of you have not been in touch with it yet. I wanted to talk you quickly through a couple of building blocks. So we do have workloads in the cloud. We have to control those workloads. This is the top layer. So we are reviewing what does even go into the cloud. What is it? What data is there stored? How is it secured? What kind of people do have access to it? What kind of interfaces does it have to the public internet, for example? So really, what is the workload that is on there? We also do have central controls. This is more in the middle. So what is the contract with our cloud service provider? How do we ensure that we are compliant by default when we are already entering into a collaboration with Google? So this is more on a platform-based level. And the third part are the regulatory requirements. So you may have heard of BaFin, of ECB. They're also based here to some extent in Frankfurt. So of course they come to us and tell us something about you have to do this, you have to do that. These are the regulatory requirements. How do you adhere to them? So this is also our job, reading the regulatory requirements, reading the laws, and then making sure we are really adhering to them. And of course, talking to the regulator. We do have quarterly updates. We are being quite transparent about our cloud journey, and we are updating them about how do we ensure security, how do we do encryption, for example, in the cloud, to make them more happy and more confident in our journey. So after the boring part of the cloud adoption and innovation, we come now to what is ahead of us. And of course, we have already seen in the survey, it's AI.
Yes, AI is not only a hot topic for you, but for us as well. After the journey we went with the cloud journey, I think that's just another cherry on the cake. We start now digging more into AI. But of course, as we are regulated financial core critical infrastructure, we have to look at the law and the AI EU Act. So in boundaries, we are able to use AI. What does it really mean internally for us as a company? How do we foster AI? I have prepared another slide, if you can click on it. I like actually this figure. It reminds me a bit of a medical book or something, but jokes aside, this should mean the core essence of AI is within each one of us. So we have to engage with AI, to not see it as our enemy, but really to incorporate it into our corporate working culture. That was the cornerstone, top number one. So we build up a whole AI ambassador program, which means we have throughout the whole organization, so not only on the IT side, but also on the business side, colleagues that are fostering an AI culture, bringing it into our company. So they are basically the Spocks, educating others, elaborating, bringing use cases up. And these use cases, or the ideas for these use cases, are ending up in our so-called AI delivery hub, and they are there then prioritized, looked at, analyzed, and then we have basically a conveyor belt process, this is how we call it, so that we are one by one tackling these use cases, leveraging really value for our business lines to operate. So it really starts from ideation, prioritization, business involvement in all the parts, and then we can, as on the IT side, create a proof of concept, testing even with customers, but also with internal employees. So AI is for everyone, open AI community, everybody can join, everybody can bring ideas and values to it. That was really the key how we could tackle AI within our group. On the next slide, I brought you a real-life example. This is D7. D7, as you can see, is a platform consisting of two angles. One, the digital asset operations. D7 is really about issuing securities, and we not do it only digitally, but we also offer it to the customers in a hybrid model, tokenized way. So on the distributed ledger, on blockchain technology. Within Europe, we participated in an ECB trial, European Central Bank, really with under European guidance with European players. So we participated in this pilot and it was very successful, so that it's really entering next year into the next phase at a European level. So we are looking here for really secure European way of using blockchain technology with central bank money in a safe environment for our capital markets. If you go on the next slide. These are only snapshots of the IT transformation that we are performing at Deutsche Börse. But what is really most important is we have a clear vision. I hope we were able to outline it to you. But for all of this, we need you, the people. So if you go on the next slide, let's build the future of finance together. The booth from Deutsche Börse is right behind the stage. Come and visit us. And I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you. Thank you for listening.
Does anybody have any questions while I'm down here? I can just jump up to you, give you the microphone. I know it's late. I know we're all a little bit nervous, maybe. Oh, 2 hands at the same time.
Thank you for the presentation. I really liked it, really cool. What made you decide for Google instead of AWS or Azure? What was the thinking behind that?
Thank you very much for the question. So actually, we did start out with AWS in the very beginning of our cloud journey, and then we entered into partnership discussions, of course, with all 3 big hyperscalers, so with AWS, with Google, and with Microsoft. In the end, Google offered the best innovation package, the best cloud technology, and of course the best consultant services that we received from them. So we really worked together. At some points in time, it even felt like they are not our provider, but they are really colleagues where you work together towards one goal. So I would say in the end, it was a good decision to select Google as a main partner. But to add, we also do have Microsoft Azure as a secondary partner. So we also have a multi-cloud approach here with Microsoft as a secondary.
There was a hand back there. I am running.
Thank you for the presentation. My question goes in the same direction, but a bit further, because you decided to work with Google and Microsoft. I'm sure you found a way to be GDPR compliant, but you cannot be data sovereign, right? Because we have a Cloud Act in the States and Patriot Act, and I guess USA is not a reliable partner at this stage with Trump, and that's why my question.
Very good question, and actually quite a hype topic right now. I think a lot of people are jumping onto this sovereignty discussion, and I've also attended quite a lot of events where this was really on the top discussion points. So in general, the 2 cloud service providers that we work with, Google and Microsoft, both have sovereign offerings. So they also offer different levels of public cloud. So you can use the general public cloud, but also there you can choose which region do you want to have. And we chose only regions within the European Union to deploy our workload in. You also have other measures like where you can prevent that someone from the support side, from the cloud service provider, can access your data. So we do have a lot of measures already within the public cloud, and there are additional sovereignty offerings where you can bring even the public cloud basically into your data center. So for Google, it's, for example, called Google Distributed Cloud. In addition, we have looked into multiple sovereignty offerings from the European Union because this is also a topic for us. We are in evaluation and we have looked at different criteria, so along supply chain transparency, along software sovereignty. So it's really a broad topic, and if you look under the hood for some of the other providers that are European Union based, it might not be as sovereign as it seems in the very beginning, because if you do have then a lot of hardware that also depends on the US, it might not be sovereign anymore, right? So it's a challenging discussion we are taking up right now, but I think we're definitely not at the end here.
Maybe worth adding to it, I mean, in the end, we still have the key to our house, you know? So that's always like the thing.
Yeah, but I mean, Google is owning the code of their platform, so when you're owning the code, you can put in back doors as well. That's what I learned.
That is quite a provocating statement, right? Because where do you stop? You also use other software technology. If it's not open source, there's always someone who is owning the code, right? Even at open source, it's not prevented that someone is not including a backdoor in there. So it's a discussion we have to take along the entire software stack and hardware stack, actually. So it's not limited to cloud, but we are in the process of looking at it in cloud. Yeah.
Any other questions or panel discussion topics, I feel like?
Hello, everyone. My question is regarding skill sets that you are looking out for in AI domain. So someone who wants to work in your team as a product manager, as a business analyst who wants to automate your processes using AI, what are the kind of skill sets or the kind of certifications that you are looking out to hire someone in that domain?
As you alluded to, automation of business processes as well as bringing AI into an end-to-end process, it's really key. Before looking at the technology stack and the technology skills, Python also, it's really key to have a sound understanding of the business we're in, just really to help and enable the business, which means you would need to dig deep into financial market, capital market. It's a very specific field. Issuing of securities throughout the whole value life cycle is just one part of it. We have also different parts in Deutsche Börse Group. They're all very unique and specific. So business analytical skills is really key, curious, innovative, open to new, open to change. Have a good eye on that. And I think, then the technology comes as on top.
Do you need someone with a domain experience of financial markets, or like, are you guys ready to train a person who has like worked in banking or insurance domain in the past?
Yeah, in general, we are open. I mean, financial service industry is really broad. It's a good start to have a background there. Yeah.
And in general, I would say in the IT area, be open-minded. Change is so constant, so being flexible and being able to adapt, this is the key non-hard skill, I would say.
Absolutely, IT is all about learning. We have to keep on learning. The whole career, you cannot survive without learning. Yeah, that is there. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you all so much. And as we've seen, everything changes, AI changes everything. And we all have a lot of opinions about that. And we can talk to you guys about that further at your booth or at the after party if you guys are there. And if you guys are there, a big applause for you first.
Thank you.